Hey guys, Garrett McLaughlin here. I want to take a look at the foot. Again, the foot's been something I've been talking about a lot more lately. It is so important to really reinforce good mechanics when it comes to the foot and good positioning, because the foot and specifically the great toe have a whole lot to do when it comes to stability, shock absorption, and balance. So making sure you're aware of how your foot is positioned is important, which I'm going to talk about a little bit more in this segment. So when it comes to the foot, what we need to make sure of is that we have this solid base of support. So if we think of, if you're looking at the bottom of my foot here, 3 points of contact. The first, again, head of the metatarsal here, MTP joint. The fifth, so inside of the foot here, right by the base of the great toe, outside by the base of the pinky toe, and then right through the heel. So that almost forms a triangle or tripod. We need to make sure we have good contact with all three of these points. And what you'll often see is when people get into single leg stance, there's this tendency, so you can see me right there, tendency to shift outside to the smaller toe or to the lateral portion of the foot. Really getting that big toe involved is so important for gait, for running, for single leg stance, and again, moving up and down stairs, to have that stability and that control through the foot. Because if we're losing stability here, we're going to have to compensate or try to correct further up the kinetic chain. So what I always do is with all my exercises, all my clients, regardless when they're coming back from injury or just a general training client, is when they get into any kind of split stance, single leg stance, or any kind of drills where we need to make sure that foot is on the ground, we're really reinforcing and making sure they're feeling that equal pressure from the great toe, the baby toe, and the heel. So we're using that entire foot to really ground ourselves, to have a good base of support to create stability upon. So what you want to do is, if you look at the foot, obviously there'll be some times where if you lose balance, if you're doing a single leg exercise, you'll shift, but trying to actually bring that first toe, that big toe, back down to the ground. Again, we're not overly trying to grip the big toe into the ground. It's more that base of the big toe right at the joint that we want to have good pressure into the ground. So if we sit here and we always start to shift to the outside, think about, okay, how can I bring that big toe back down, really ground myself, and then feel equal pressure along the foot. And if you do that, it's kind of interesting because you'll see the foot kind of wants to come up and curve like this, shift to the outside if you don't have that good base support. But you'll notice if you can bring that big toe down, that foot will actually start to widen, okay? So if we have that bigger, wider base of support, we can create more stability through that foot. So when you go to ground yourself, doesn't matter the exercise, think about, again, lengthening through the foot, pushing that big toe at the base of the big toe into the ground. And what you'll notice a lot of time is balance will actually improve significantly, but this is something you need to retrain. So just because you do it once and it feels better doesn't always mean you're going to then do that consistently when you can continue with your training. So continue to reinforce that position, get that big toe into the ground, use that entire foot to create balance and stability. And I think what you'll see is better performance, and that will also translate over when it goes to walking, goes to running, goes to moving up and down stairs or just everyday tasks, if we can use that entire big foot to create a nice base of support. Okay guys, there you have it. There's a simple tip on how to improve the position of the foot to provide better stability, support, and balance. Let me know if you have any questions at all. Feel free to comment below. Let me know next time you go through your routine, just moving on a daily basis, or if you're actually in the gym or running, if you notice any discrepancies in the foot. Are you shifting to the outside, shifting to the inside? Do you notice that that big toe is kind of hanging out and not really providing a lot of support in the foot? Again, leave me a comment below. Let me know how you're doing, and I'd love to interact with you.